Well, yes, by the money I must hear try and come on so our hand say Mamenchia Piero our multimedia Jimekunum don't know friend Nana Elder Kwachi Machia wanna pay Nana Elder Kwachi Sara nipa do do say yes ifro na me abusia yakọ ebra Joyce ono mami ana junior Sabri meka se me yiri kuma ana yekopene krabia onyame ya adoma me that way what Tachiman. The late Madam Erica Mabel. These are trying, tough moments for Bush and Ukru and Ma Wajo Machiri. So sad. And Joyce, oh no, Mammy teacher Mushadi, na junior so tell Mammy. And Mekai Tachiman, I did share to say, Mama Metai, a bush of Wachi, no Mokope, Erica Mabel. Yankata de chi kama na bibia ntime nko ye emfama enyina ebiem so fiada me menda ne kwesi da we ewo achim kwaben yan hye no so se we de mia na mokwa den Mr. Dame hyeden kojo sei enyina ye ma ye ho hyeden me si wa ohwe me firi me kwada bedem ana da no obatam papa we obesi akrokro na Oma de nti yesese usua de na obro ho asna odi no kre nti anti agi sanete e wi asa brabo no edidi so sa edi ba bia ewu de obia ne obetima dodge no e ba eye yi but gidi say you are resting in peace nti asema e wo so I don't know yeah da Kel Chaco toothpaste for us so na so kwanso nko so say mfa san komo we yem famro mamenka o say efri sabe kopem say no nko no bor yina na yakasi ani a ya dwene say the Ghana ebesi akọ ya ka Kel Chaco toothpaste is another quality product from Samara Company Limited ema enka efri wonu ba na kama eno achi si achi na so anwodin sonko osinye fite kama ema bibia timi koso yie pa yeda wona sese san komo we yetimi ede bremo bio mamenka o say nimnyamfo Vincent Asifwa oko eye emrahye a ono na ejina adehia ono ya dameka eze mabunu bi omunya akwanya ebe ya amanyo sema unu hu kra so omunya asa akwanya no but okada few mabuna omunya asa akwanya na omuguso omu demonstrate say they are ready and prepared to serve the Ghana interest and to be patriotic for Mother Ghana. Esremo monka me ho na yema echo Vincent Asifwa MP for Old Tafo Yemano Akwaba Yemanachi. Oh, Akwaba. Senior. Okay.
Day 2.
Yes. It does it.
Yeah, school.
Yeah.
2013. Yeah. 2014 I started communication. Yeah. Jawne Dominic kakranka. And I said me dey do hey.
Onyame ado.
So madam wase.
Yes. Constituency boko.
Constituency boko na agent from pom nim sa no pe wotie tafo hene. Mechia no. Ne na pam for him for ka no ho.
Okay.
Na masachia your constituency executive say o tafo. Constituency executive say penyin oda no Chairman Moses Donko. The longest serving constituency chairman.
I see.
If I dare say, the country, I mean, Ashanti region, the longest serving. In the country, I dare say, I think so. No one is the longest serving chairman.
Okay.
And then the constituency executive say, "Can home, make sure be no pay." Now, the owners of the party, maybe they can the owners of the party, and I make a polling station executives. No, if someone work from home, because ni pamro. Mrani enkoye adwuma mfa mo MPP osono kokrokonu sa polling station executives no na eba no ntino me den check ase so be ma omo nyina no pay na machia electoral area coordinators assembly members and the indefatigable municipal chief executive nso ono nso wa otafo owura Lord Inusa Lanza.
Oh,
pay.
Inusa, yeah.
So you want money on?
Yeah, Inusa. Yeah. I mean, I'm free to touch my.
Oh yeah. Well, born home or do one people when you come. But now do Asian and Munyamsa.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay, so can you Deputy Minister Road? What can I say? ono de ono no bre ope no afafo no afro enne meba we de kwaka dem because ono na chance eji onimu mre yo ne wa ho de nyina Samson di enne de onyame abese abrewa ipuma kwemu nti yeda na se because ono de adaje pa de bribia da ono so ye mama Ghana oni bisa nti yeda na so age bra waba ukọ wasa Easter adehia ewo ono gina omanemu on the ticket of the NDC Amanyuko. NDC for Amanyuko no say omonje ajinkwa budget no entu. NDC Amanyuko a member of parliament etimi time speaker akonya. NDC Amanyuko January omoko butu nyoma wo a platform so of parliament house. Omo interest and it doesn't mean that sa not here. But make a party no imu nipa bi ni ye ni omusuwia omudane di ora bakwaba
ra
de bi kan ni kure
no kware ne kware ni obedasi mami jewa
yes papa ye na say kwan ho komo ba bi am ye na wo he na mami for your kure ntwam ayi mi fa ntwam kwanya ayi finally so nya report ni bi ayi de omo hall to kokoros ayi no
nya bi anybody South forensic auditor.
So when you report
me deputy ranking for Coco, for Roads and Transport Committee. Name me akasa support me. You know, I was deputy minister for roads. And ya the aba. No kwabien.
No aba.
When you be?
Yeah, no copy. Me share a fifi. This over this way all techiman for Makunte ya James course and mame. Course is out.
No. And so I need 5 years in it. Almost 27.
You have no idea as we speak now why Akukuru is all to here. What happened?
Sir, the idea, the reason is one, a secretary send you and that is the forensic domain and it take on 5 years. Zanaba. It me a copy.
Okay.
But Namincha, a woman here. I don't be a quite cheaper. And it to me personally for 64. And then Yamia quite. ama kwan man so me so me ba na budget nsem ekoso me so matimi ni wasam
yeah
ntimi che obi bia ma hanfo ni party mpemfo nyina me party mpemfo mo hwe me mo tie me ndisi fo ana pem cheche mo mi che me yakuma na ma chia yen wa hina so em hram
ene mo na mo tintintinti sa na ya kwai wa bonti ho na ene mo na mo kwai tintintinti me mau mre se die pa na ekoso ma se die na mo pe
yo me da se na commenta ye kana sase no wo se kwa chipa nkwa bi anim se NDC for no makofa se NDC party ni ye party a unim impuntuo na nkoso organ hina ye ka fourth republic ya NDC na ya ye democracy ye pa hoto ye social democratic party a ye ba ye pese on the before no obi anya kwan ewo ahmaso ni mu na de tintinti ne wo mu me ne onim se ayan hihye abrofo abreso ye budget ebiase mfa na hina se wo ba bibia so ye budget wo chekere we ne mpesem ye sa na mpesem ye ekwa na so me ne sika na ye mbra pon no e constitution kire se afie bia so a anasa afie ba so minister no onfa na imra e de na ba na sa na metie me guase
oti hey
what en guase kra se can you imagine you be say na ye aduma na ye buy you say una we people na nkofo suru no me ko ba bi no be say nti de e koso parliament mo pese e betu am esgracia na e have any saying say ye tua ye ka Ghana for atwa ba de amanyen nya ko parliament say nkoko ye aduma say ye hu de hote parliament on painful apart from saying e bi ma bam foforo say me nua kuma wai say no aba e bi so aba e bi beko na e bi no ba nti so we painful ni an so we pain wo a ese pain tra fie ma saduanfo aye dan ene yete ho mra kwan so aye na akofado ne minister what the budget or the aba what do budget buy ya sansem ne fi na buy budget e buy nti mo ma fa book bia na eni am so simple na media for so mu o ka say end that tintinti abi ye mo hye ho an so the buy na no an budget do buy ye bobo ho pressman na kana for kofu bebre enwema ewu mu ese ha adwen ene yilevi ya to atoba sa chichima yilevi enden yilevi so ye consensus ni ntinu ye hu bibi na normally you best part say basa
na behind the scenes na dey the ekwo so be mrachi say ne debate me na ni o debate me debate on roads ye wia na ya wrap up but before say me hina kwo so no na mpenfo so e wa kire den yakasa what is the first time budget na wo do budget ba ya say me hina wie na debate na dey be wrap up wo say me so na ya wrap up say minority leader obaka ne dey wie na majority leader wakane dey ye wie a na ya to so aba na say ya boss ya so ya wie o kama den na wo do budget aba na afezupo no aba kire say finance minister no apepeso aba kasa e ma no kwan e ma no kasa ye ba beto so aba na say ba be e ka ho asema mo ma mo so na mo pie so disappointing ko fa ba na ade aba hina abi for ko ba na so we video na
ho ye nyina no
of course yes na yet a minority yet your baby na we your budget and branches yen trust ye mbobu ni ayi san nyina wie emi na so parliament na say e ba say 3 motions not buy edi kan budget not buy am say yen ntum ebio minister no ka say onu so yama no kwan wa yakọ buy na wan ka say budget ya wo de aba na say upie on buy na de no person ye na can you imagine them say me ni ewu and say can you imagine MP from rant we video be hu some of them new MPs you know at the bottles almost a bottle of course yeah the bottle I vertical ya do ya dey bo yi so we video no bo table so then put them through then say what's happening auntie na ku finance minister
we disagree keken so
there is a given a woman ye fa no so ye fa mra kwa no so ye wi se beto so aba na ato so aba na so we video mu a MPP for MPs mrantie e fa ma ba foforo we video bo hu mpese mbo din wa na mpanfo ye se panyin tena fi Macedonianfo aya majority leader wo sa so ye minister for parliamentary affairs first deputy speaker wo ye MP wo friends weri ya fa we first deputy speaker second deputy speaker
well o hwe o tie na o hwe nso a na wo bo se yi video no de kire kakaka mrante no command
me ka mrante a episode no
na me kan mum na command
yes you command and saying dia ba na say edru mira oye majority for requested for that division no a ye fa mra kwan so ba ba ya na say ye head count and say ye to aba nti mran nhije no say o say wo a wo nye MP a wo to aba ni bi esre mo nko nti no aya minority chief whip mutaka no sorry no stress one more that time finance minister o ebio sanete dia mran kire say wo a wo lobby obia na wo nye MP a ye to aba to ko nje na no eja omu hina ye ko onu na omu ntia sa dey say ma finance minister ko dia ena Johnson General Secretary Johnson say educate onu so not public gallery onu so nko
ona e kasa se
omu hwe video no MPs no mo ho no ko ba ko di pese mbodin solid kiti company say educate go wo payin interview Macedonianfo ma asema make kan say wo video no be hu
me hwe video
all is happening say e free MPP for no na da make maka na fo nyina hu memma tra me fa constitution
na bere be na mo ko page speaker akonye ai
o de masa make masa mwie
da bi na waka ba bia na waja ba bia sim
na se na dru wana
unu ho
da bi nya putre ka
ati wona nka sa mane ya ka eseri ketian ko eseri ketian
we second one ya ka wait ya ka papa tafetan ma asame no me pese ka na fo nyina tini hu mi ma me travel constitution metia na me nyama basa da me chere say e basa no e den in the parliament you know na sa first deputy speaker yi oba wache we am ranimini
jo say osu
yes leader of majority leader and minister for parliamentary affairs oba wache unimra sembrante na e boss ab hono mana yiso si Jesus Christ Ghana hin yakoi Ghana hin yakoi na ese din kete osoro public gallery
me ho de sem kahwe me metima betina ho eko
so aye den ti no mo ko isi
because say no nyina so ntie mo mpi
exactly and then nyina so that is in say omo ni na masno omo ni that time no ye to aba na omo ni na masno and then nguase baba but what I'm even saying say ye won hihia was obutumi asre consultation na homaso nye na consulto
o ya homaso
na I do say the arrogance of power. Nana Kufa, that is it. Imagine say
majority leader ahomaso ana.
Me can say majority me party say in totality
MPP for ahomaso ana.
Ahomaso arrogance and then much arrogance there.
Ahomaso ana.
Arrogance there.
Ahomaso.
I mean the truth was the arrogance of power. Our parliament we ni memra no, we ni na some memra tia ba foforo. Some majority dey no ma ba foforo. Na so me dey say we mo transi. So if you say mo ni no mess no be consultations amra kwa ho to mu fa me. Wanye o. Na mo memra tia match o mo pie.
Mrantel mu na match majority.
Ke video na e dey nkwasi ni.
Una wo kan na say sa de see ye.
Me mo aso ate say sa na see ye. I'm just giving the genesis.
Mrantel ni mo na match leader of the house no out.
Me say ya so mo sabo boy issue. They hu de no. And what happens in bisa say dey nti mo pie.
Adintia.
Ye dey nim say one omo ni no mess no. So won ni no mess no a na ye to about be ye fence nkugu ni be hadu a. Dey na say we. They can do it honorable way. But to say na master my consultations no. Inti no ekom ko yi. They was say the katia ko. Now was a public gallery pressman na dey na ono. E say the kwakwa na bi ti wonko. Inti if that is the reason na nsema akofa ba ni ade hina no. Na bisa first of all bisa say wo ko no what's the consequence? Omo ko no na consequence ye ti ho na mra kwan so mo de budget aba ya bi obom na mra so se hwe kama asem na se wo pie wo soro kwa. Then na so che. The reason bonne doing. Media have been say painful one MPP say so you speaker Agbambabia one aka nyina one MPP side first deputy speaker e wo MPP Bekwa MP and na first second but only independent candidate second no nka ho say e to aba nti ye 137 ya ni majority party ho ya majority group say also to aba de man one no me wura ho mani magu ase nti bu president mundarte ye ni ye kofa bani ade problem na any say that day na ye ka budget no wasem no am pay for me to o ma hwe anya the right thing no mo hwe ye o mo matching grofo ina out no ni be say ho say mo ko out then yenye
okay
emna so ho speaker on so ina djuma nti no mo di anim gu ever anim tiebuo kasete say mo amu wa ban mu mo mra so na ba bia nkantanta ma ye be grofo edi o man bi so a nke be grofo edi Minister waba the last day ya wrap up nyemehina on the budget. Satam ye here mini policy statement ye kan wase ansa na ye nko yi so estimates no. Somebody because me so. Na mu pie na so mokwa. Then na person check na for.
All right.
Nti aba sa no. Na ye hina na ha nti speaker so hwe kwan no so no ina djuma. O ina djuma pepepe. Na de ha me masa. You say abai de bobo tachi no ye bobo ma. Opani o ye first deputy speaker. Satami that's we so speak up enye ye ebe ye na wo tu sa na moyi nkan krofo kon man ko bi wo boss ti ho ne boss
ono so ja ho ko
opie ne onso ko yi ne boss ati ho speaker of parliament ati ho we first deputy speaker so ma so say second deputy speaker ko impa so na je ono ya independent candidate so just end your boko
the first deputy
but wo ko ina the minister for parliamentary affairs ono so majority leader ono so man na isu okoye na ye won hihye ho sa wo pie wo soro bibia wo ko stand with the man ho then ayi no mu gina so mu pie na gana fo hina hu sa dia kofa ba hina no anyway ina ja min speaker o ina juma wi hina wie no na budget no eretu nchen say the budget nchen nchen say budget yankotungu consensus na wo mu no
and address
exactly so e ba sa de na so we esa mutumi lobby anasa mutumi consult mutumi engage but the people the bass na before the but no engage consensus no ye ni krom ha na say yi levi go fuka wasem ye ni krom ha na japa can you imagine say etieti say ye go the good na de from na boss na de mu de sia wa
jina ha na say o see can you imagine say di breba
me nimri
mama nkomi nua
say me nimri so ma no to akaba boa mo moderate no me so mo moderate no
jina ha say the wasia
mama so ma no to
wasia kan sem no emu awrem
adama no
say wa ma yentment na ebia na obi tu hwe atwam titi
o mama ye mama no to
nimnyam from rem nimnyam from Vincent Asifua this is what's it shameful
very shameful very disgraceful disgusting disappointing unfortunate
power of arrogance of power
when you ye me many wu
as a member of parliament
of course yes o young man wa ba se ni fresh you aba enye nugosi mi nyina na betata bubu sanye wan ya tete ana pe me ka kwa bakra ya chimi me be kwa traffic ya chimi kasa
wow
Senior, and some many I was expecting a certain kind of debate and say the integrity of Parliament and Kasano is at stake. You defend and protect the sanctity of Parliament. Unfortunately, you're not paying me who is Enra upon Parliament. Me anka samba power wo me or na so bank crime. Nti you go find no airport. And in fact, the first thing that he said when he sat in the car, teacher for no or teacher for the rest of their lives, you know. Santon Pebble for some kakra. Asimo busa and say, don't you think you guys are being dishonorable? That is what he said to me. And when he says you guys are, he means MPPs. The Parliament of the House. We have an integrity deficit that you and I, we don't have to stoke the fire. Because, say, if I sit on this platform, say, I need to go the tangent I walk on, we will not get anywhere. What can all side of the story? But the things that really happened on the floor of the House that day, my majority walking out. And the difference between the MPP and NDC is say, we never accosted the Speaker of Parliament. That's the difference. See a bofu, you see, you know, and walking out. It is within our rights. I say at every point in time, bet me walking out, but not to attack the seat of the Speaker of Parliament. As a positioner, it has been enshrined by the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, senior, and then me no immunity here. The standing on the Senate says a Speaker of Parliament in your first Deputy Speaker, you are second in Swinwa. Me no immunity, bet me you move back. See, I'm cutting us out.
Ufri baku as well. Hold on. No man, I'm talking. Ufri baku as well. I was on the first one. Who stopped him? That means I was voter. What do me bear? What do me bear? Man can be. Me say me no me. The second stage.
We can be called upon at any point in time to sit on that chair to lead the House with these proceedings. And so, you were so dear to protect the sanctity of Parliament and the seat of the Speaker of Parliament. That day, you know, I was not interested in the but because of say Wafidi Omahine, a big platform, now to put Ghana for you know, I'll use 1 or 2 minutes, not my clear. The entire majority free hono. And they say, who share the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana? Yes, a Vice President, Minister of State, Deputy Speaker of Deputy Minister of State, Omahine, who were privileges to say Mrashe Bejani. In the floor, and I say in the House of Chamber, the member of Parliament now Mrashe Bejani betimi aye bia no. Who ye minister now, ye deputy minister now ba fi hodia, utimi ye bi. The untimi nyane say ye beto aba obeyede ubetu bi. And the same principle erane at the municipal assemblies. Senior MPs ne assembly
ex officio.
Or yes official member. Oko kodi nkomo. Oka proceedings ni bibia ho. The job atwa unto be. Senior me no me nuti we untimi nka nche me say ye beto aba any of the assembly members and as a municipal chief executive can walk us out because we don't vote. Especially when we are not posing any imminent threat to the proceedings. Say there is an imminent threat say be basabasebi anase ye basabasebia. You can but Oma ruling na ankasa no and Oma orders na ankasa no you call upon the Marshal of Parliament. So finance minister now know how to defend his own budget no. You sack him off. When the definition of the standing orders no actually say you have to clear the lobby. Lobby no it is exclusive of plenary. It is exclusive of gallery. Plenary the House of Chamber no.
Oh plenary for it yeah. And
if we say one why you so discretion because the standing orders no enimbremu say obi o plenary you free ho kan ho enimbremu the one mremu say lobby and that has been clearly defined by the standing orders of Parliament. And so if out of your own discretion so much say obepamo mo plenary because why dey say mo plenary no you can hear ya o meka bi na ayedede wo wasum and it may affect the decision of the no. Also monko. But what you have forgotten, and it's Omahine, more Parliament, the media, and in Crawford, more behad for me in our gallery. No. They are able to say yeah, and you wouldn't know where it is coming from. And so the contention of the majority was that I didn't see more Monsonko. Because absolutely. Senior, this was the reason I working off and we never accosted the Speaker of Parliament. Yeah. And I said, da Benadano. That was yesterday. And they say the standing orders of Parliament nature say at every point in time, Obi wo ho kwan say obetimi movie a motion which is of public importance. Just say on my money nyina any diachire. And so you have the right to move it. Yeah, movie here on Tuesday. The Speaker of Parliament can say there was no prior approval, and as a prior approval from the Speaker of Parliament. And untino, any kwanse majority leader team movies are there, no, or were using the discretion or allow no. That was the same thing that happened yesterday. Emra Haruna Idrisu, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, ruled Parliament. The Speaker of Parliament say he was at the lobby for 1.5 hours. I say Haruna, also na down from po. Even if you fail to put it into writing, request and said there is a motion which is of public importance. And untino, me here say Obama me kwan e wo mrahye bedwam maka ho asem. You could have even picked up a phone and called your own brother, say, "Oh, Joe, this is what I want to do." And Joe, I say, I would have allowed it. Name one yes, sir. But mama kwan why they what can asem. The Speaker of Parliament allowed both sides of the aisle. Mrahye bedwam for more majority and no more minority say. Obi anka nasem. Omo ka omasem wie ye no. Then it is incumbent on him to rule on the motion. Before say obe start ruling no. O share footages no. Omahene. Baby a Mutala. Me madam for Mutala Mohammed. No tia. Your man kwan man kasa ye no. They started moving from that side of their seat to the other end. See a pon parliamentar and I say a Jenny parliamentar. Speaker of Parliament in a day. Mutala Mohammed. Honorable Nogbe, I don't know whether to refer to him as honorable because it's unfortunate. Say he will be behaving the way I mean who no anami who you know. Nogbe. That's the Ashaman MP. Remember, Omahine, he did the same thing on the 6th and 7th of January. Emra Isla Osuba Betnasi no. Yes, he's the same person.
But why is he doing that?
He's the same person, and that is why I am saying, say some of these things that happen, and not in a man phobia, say be omonya political, they are apolitical of the political system of Ghana. Omosha na omora we say are these people actually honorables? Are they actually honorables? We have the honors, senior, to defend the integrity of Parliament, not to stoke the fire, because a boss say the way can, we will never end it. We will never end the matter. Because, senior, Joe Wise, he is a member of Parliament first and foremost. He is a member of Parliament before any other thing. Senior, the qualifications of the first deputy speaker, no. This is why a member of Parliament.
But for a speaker, no.
Absolutely. For a speaker, no. And maybe a student of law. Yes, CBBA constitution and other standing orders no ebekano. Now say an explicit mention of that thing no will mean the exclusion of all the other things. Just say normal yanka no. Not just say the framers of the constitution and the standing orders no didn't intend to say those things. And to the framers say Okotna Edwenim as a Speaker of Parliament. You have no original casting vote. Senior won't mean to aba. You busa Ghana for Joe Wise about or not to biana. No. As I say, you have no right to debate. Then I ask, Joe Wise, Ojan and Nasu ye debate in biana. No. The only thing that he did was that because he's a member of Parliament, now award the representative mandate to lead his people. What bekwai no. Na obi a ono no ye yi ni ato ne so aba. Bekwai for the na ba na hye bedwam so o mesi o man nan no. O say by virtue of the fact so Speaker of Parliament intino, onya member of Parliament view. No. Ye bienu ye call assembly honoma. We are ex-official members, but it doesn't take away the fact that we are members of Parliament. We are still members of Parliament. And in fact, if you check the votes and proceedings of the House, which is the official records of Parliament, Nipa assigning here were 138 and not 137. And 138, the Honorable Joe Wise's name was stated in the Hansard and the votes of proceedings. And no, and the records of the House are used so. Under no circumstance can anybody convince me that the clear distinction between Article 104 and 102 is something that is not worthy of it. Because see, I mean, but 102, 104 are very important. Quorum and question time.
Because any young for Isaac James still, no be sure or person or TNT.
There's one I'm crying. Oh, I can't watch me. I also know I was ready, but come on, not to.
You could try one by really go. Well, we are back. Wrap up in the next 9 minutes. Komona, a lot of your text messages about Ebeje Brenia Kinkama. And the pilot now landing to the sea. The exhibit the Brake, I landed well, they wrap up nothing. The Biama, the young for so, yeah, because who did go back? Yeah.
The second foot who say, a day and I did to me a mouth. I was so we oh, yeah. Now, what to tune up my phone? You have the power to engage, you have the power to consult. Who to me what as more fortunately in Parliament there, Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, MPP James Bonsu, and the first Deputy Speaker, and the boss in who are trying to the boss here, on also MPP. Now, first Bono, I don't tell second Deputy Speaker. On independent guy, no one people no free. Now, if you want to talk about tomorrow,
to him, you'll be MPP.
Oh, more to me now. Then is the coin. Say, Mama Humbrasaba, you know, so you engage themselves. Now, here they must subject to the conscience by the finance minister. Jesus Christ. But the finance minister conscience to you, yeah, can't a Japan, I want some. A Japan royalties once a Japan
is still coming.
A Japan that share a woman, a Japan royalties, who go in the say what?
Or one such them.
Oh, brother Christ. Yes, I tell you, hear your point here. In all issues, the person can say, the wager to throw winning. And now I could be saying, what you to my throw? What Oban but you started engaged long ago. About a consensus Maji, we have to, yes, exactly. It may be in a written form. Normally, you move, move, that's a property that can budget. You have to budget in we. There's all you answer. We don't shame one, no such an. Now, me, dear Hamia, Miracle, Minio Kumain, or say Ubiako Fedra, Joas Sol Coye, and as if for Sol Korea now, Ubiako Fedra on Ginaso. No free barco, and Sol Comino. And you know, the best someone say, yeah, in minority, we are ready to cooperate. Win him. Because in that, Echo, Adicha, Abekami, exactly. Until we want to make sure, say, the writing is done. You better say about support to minister, not the budget, the budget, Papa. Can you imagine, say, I want to be a woman. We should a year budget on my president 3 billion Ghana cedis. Office of the President. US more 350 million. How much? $740 million. Ghana odi de bema is over 400 almost $500 million. You were dumb population of 31 million Ghana, Ghanaians in there. Now, Office of the President budget including 3 billion. Adai, what's the what 3? Yet you come ha VAT. I found that we are as a COVID test, COVID levy. But just say tax is not also. So we are saying say, my kakra. Can't you think say President office could do more 3 billion? But you will be it's so bad. Yeah. It made them say the question is that you're going to say the people say Omo to Nikitown, Omo to some free. And this is the Mobia who Yama budget team, we live here. I don't know with you. Into me, media was my Jumada. I'm an expert in negotiations. Into me, my chance of almost fraying. Oh, Friday, oh, on 40 tables. So, Nayan can you exactly. They are creating impressions. No, when I'm so quiet, Mukutis impression now, Mubufu, Mutusto, Mubana, speaker, sorry, we are what you want. Because on the time, I say, I didn't talk about some Mubunana. Sir, I first the speaker, that's who's best speaker. Sir, who boss or leave or sick leave. oh we take it do on any case in normal circumstance you should be talking to your boss then I mean it is saying na sa consensus na kan ayeduma okay so amarisa anti no me na baka me no kuma say ma wonye bi mo say no ogbon kofo bi din wa and na me disappointed I never expected say ogbon kofo din wa
this is out there
no
mankofonka
sa na ye no
ye obusua ba ku
thank you
to the job mankofonka
I me mambo bi adin the issue is massa so over to parliament we say to any meeting na coffee on the floor no obe visa ya ya tafo nti the message say we obi bisa NDC no yesam say won okita 2 million okita power no so what sort of free budget no so mama emphasize gymnastics imba 104 there's 104 no omo ma ko Brazil you fit yansa na obook yansa
okay so
omo fa chire ni kasa na budget no approve na fa ye amaso no ko form ko se ma fa book bi amba simple
ahomaso na se ko form
ahomaso na se ko form aso no
omo hene
ma wakasa yi anopa yi o ne kasa mu ne chese bibia ni wa ekoso ehu saa o
okay so I could see nta bata betra hwe no so
omo hene
nsemo
senior or can say 3 billion in the office of the president your first statement to make na me expect say nka be catch
they be say 3 billion
but it is the budget but going into the items of it I know the here say now we put free SHS under the office of the president. At one district, one factory. I could say of a lot of items in the office of the president machinery. And if you forget to speak about the items of it, now kind generality.
Or
3 billion. That is but that is fair.
School feeding now gender budgeting.
Manka school feeding. See free SHS. Me say, ENRA, the majority side and the minority side. Many AJ because at the time I withdrew, I had the indication say there's a 10-member committee from the majority side and another 10-member committee also from the minority side. To be able to make sure say you'll be able to deal with this matter and resolve this matter.
Part of the 10-10.
I mean, those are your
Godfather. No, I wish he's not part of it.
Okay.
Godfather, Mr. Mamin
It's a wish.
Of course, I don't stop here.
It's a wish.
Godfather,
Mr. No, one made them a jumping chain. After the cannot be able to me.
Now, the Administration say there will be some amount of consensus. Now, yet to me, a movie forward as a nation. That is me interest. Me interest. I don't want a situation whereby the actions and inactions of parliamentarians and some commentators. We don't want to get there, and we don't have to get there. Senior J, we need to make sure your communication out there. And
start
Edin come up eba.
Start no ha.
San kabom no. Kaza dey bet to me senior patrol. And no dey bet to me.
What me ndra na because what mo dey come because.
Senior o ka say.
But rapper
and no dey bet to me. Aboa. Ama. What do you want to see and what you want to achieve as a nation? Okay. Ni na timi ade aba. Minority I'm sure some wo a certain kind of role to play in this our democracy to make sure somebody work does. I'm a majority. Please play that role very well. Okay,
so that's it. But wonderful submissions by Nimnyam Force. I think they're perfect. So they are ready to really move the country forward. But omo any domkuman beshishe. Ope era James and Nimnyam for ope they will see any movement now. They will say no, they are more the back at the base. Person says show you some. They are more kick on.
Merci. Show you some. No,
that's another subject.
I've always said so because maybe I'm saying.
Okay,
Are you ready? Are you ready to negotiate?
Absolutely.
You are not ready.
But we don't have
arrogance of power.